11 people stepped down on the tarmac in Manzini, deported from the United States under a crackdown, sharp and clean. The charter plane turns around, leaves the mountain air behind. Eswatini receives the deported. The paperwork is signed. No cameras on the tarmac, no fanfare in the air. Just the cold machinery of removal, clearing out the ledger there. A migration sweep that tore them from the lives they tried to build. A policy executed, another quota fulfilled. But the line doesn't end at the shore anymore. They project the boundary, they export the war. From Washington to Mbabane, the grid is laid bare. They draw the perimeter and keep it over there. Externalized borders, outsourced control, tracing the architecture of a divided soul. It's an old geometry, the division of the land. Before the plains it was the Berlin Conference, pen in hand. They drew the lines in 1884, carving up the wealth. Now they draw them in reverse, managing the nation's health. They want the gold from the earth, the lithium for the screen. But the bodies that walk the earth must remain unseen. They make the continent the buffer, the waiting room the wall, paying off the coast guards, answering the empire's call. But the line doesn't end at the shore anymore. They project the boundary, they export the war. From Washington to Mbabane, the grid is laid bare. They draw the perimeter and keep it over there. Externalized borders, outsourced control, tracing the architecture of a divided soul. The resources flow north, unchecked and free. The wealth crosses borders, but their hands cannot flee. We build our high towers with what we take from the soil. They lock the gate against the ones who did the toil. A quiet tarmac, the engine shuts down. They walk into the kingdom under a foreign crown. 11 people standing in the shadow of the peaks, while the policymakers in Washington adjust their speeches for weeks. They export the police and they export the cages, but they keep the profits and they keep the wages. You deport 11 souls today, but look at what you've done. You made the whole world's boundary a place to hide the sun. I look at the map, I see the bones of the scheme. A system designed to let only the wealthy dream. But the line doesn't end at the shore anymore. They project the boundary, they export the war. From Washington to Mbabane, the grid is laid bare. They draw the perimeter and keep it over there. Externalized borders, outsourced control, tracing the architecture of a divided soul. The plane is back in the air, flying north and west, leaving the 11 to find a place to rest. You cannot export the border if it's written in the heart. The empire always crumbles when the fractures start.